Are you in the new year, new me phase, or are you just working on the things that you've already been working on in your life? I am feeling very much that new energy. I'm super excited about new year. And this year I have new goals to work on. So I'm really excited to start on all of our 2023 financial goals and see how far we can go this year with what we're planning to do with our money. This year, I'm working on just 3 different financial goals. It's a good mix of having fun, saving for the future, and working on some medium-term goals. So I feel like it's a good balance. And this year, I'm going to be using Transfer Tuesday to help me get closer to achieving all of those goals. I found that weekly progress for me is really, really helpful, and that's why I do this. So for an entire year, for 52 weeks, I will be here working on these goals and seeing how far I can get, especially on the really, really important one, which is saving up a down payment for a home, because we want to purchase a new home and we do want to have a pretty good down payment, at least 10% on that. So we are trying to pile up as much money as possible. Our 3 goals for the year are saving up for a Disney trip in the middle of the year, and that's going to be a mix of savings and gift cards and things like that. So I'll have some separate videos on Disney, but for Transfer Tuesday, for the financial goal, I will be saving $3,000 in cash. And you'll see that later. So we are also going to be working on maxing out my Roth IRA, which is my retirement account for the future, and just, for when I'm no longer working and want to still be able to afford to live. So I will be maxing that out this year. And then I will also be contributing to our family's house fund, where we are saving up a down payment, and that is to purchase a new home that's a little bit bigger and better fitting for our family, since our family has grown so much since we bought our original house and since I started this channel. All right, now you know my goals for the year, so let's look at the actual numbers. We have a few more changes as well. We are using different bank accounts. We are using all sorts of new tools. We have new trackers. I'm so excited about this year. I felt like Transfer Tuesday needed a fresh start, so we've changed things up a little bit, and I'm really excited about it, so let's get started. Our first goal, of course, is Disney. And I originally set my goal for 2023 for $5,000, and that is going to include both the plane tickets, paying for the place to stay at Disney, and all of the extra stuff that we pay for, and the park tickets, and it's a lot, So all of that together, I'm kind of aiming for around $5,000, but for cash that I want to save up before we actually go, that amount is a little bit different, and that is $3,000. I'm going to do separate videos on Disney and how we're paying for like plane tickets and things like that, because we are using some gift cards and some vouchers and things like that. I am setting my Disney goal at $3,000, and I am using a bank account that has buckets so that I can set goals and have a time frame, and it gives me a little tracker inside my bank account. So we are going to try this year. It's a new account for me, and I'm really excited about it. So for the first week of the year, we are actually putting in some Christmas money and things like that. So let's look at the numbers. Of course, we're starting at 0, and then we made a transfer of $25. That is kind of like a weekly amount that we always put in things. And then we also made a transfer of $150, which was cash from Christmas. And then I also put in $100 myself. So we are funding this in all the different ways that we can. Basically, this is the first goal that needs to be fully funded because it's the first deadline. That means after those transfers, we are at $275 saved toward Disney. That is really exciting. So that's really exciting because that means we are 9% of the way there. I really do like this little goal tracker that's built in. I'm going to be using that for my Disney account. I do love visual trackers, and this is something that is just built into the account already. So I love that. Okay, our next goal is my Roth IRA. So we have funded this on our channel before. I have put in the $6,000 for 2 years in a row now. So hooray us, we're maxing out at least one retirement account. And now in 2023, I'm going to do it again. So that's more money I can put in, $6,500. That sounds great. I am going to try to max that sucker out. So I put in $100 for my first contribution of the year for Transfer Tuesday toward my Roth IRA. I was really excited about it. It's so nice when it goes from 0 to the whatever number, even if it's $5, going from 0 to 5, it just feels so good to have that like first move, that first step to actually make some progress. So with that, I'm 1%. I am 1% toward my goal for 2023. I'm really excited about it. 1% seems like nothing, but every time you add another percent, 1%, you get closer to the goal. It feels good. So with that, that's my only transfer for Roth IRA. So we are going to move on to the next goal, which is our house fund. And this is the biggest goal that I've set in a while. On top of having the other goals, we are trying to save up $20,000. And to be honest, I don't really have a plan for that because I realize that we don't have a lot of extra money unless I work a little bit harder and put in some more hours this year and fill up this house fund with money that I've earned and buy us a new house because my daughter just wants an upstairs. So with that said, we are starting on our new house fund, which is just going to be added to the other money, but I am tracking it differently this year. I want to have it in its own place, in its own account, in its own little area. So $20,000 starting now, starting from zero. This week we're starting with zero. The first transfer was $13.91. That I believe it was interest on the other account that was over an even number. So I just moved it over to this new account as my first transfer just to make sure that it all worked and it was okay. So yes, very random, I know, but any money, even 1 cent, is going into this account, and I'm going to be happy about it because $13.91 gets us started, and then I did put in $200 as well. So $200 went into this account. So now we're at $213.91, and that is a pretty good start. I know that we're going to have to up that, but that will come later in the year after we finish Disney. We will be hitting that really, really hard. So we've saved a little bit of money on all 3 of our goals today, and I'm feeling really, really good about it. It feels like a fresh start, new goals, new year, new everything. I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too. Comment club if you watched this far. Type fresh start down below and let me know what goal you are working on, whether you're starting fresh or you're working on something you were already working on before. I love this fresh start and I can't wait to keep working on it with you guys. I will see you here next week for another Transfer Tuesday. See you then. Bye guys.